Hi guys, today's September 13th. I'm coming on here today to say something really quick. My husband is not very big onto like the end times and stuff. Well, he come in the house and he's I guess dealing with a guy, and he wheels and deals and sells stuff. And he said that this guy that he knows from the army actually got information that by the end of the month that we need to be completely stocked up on essentials, households, food, and water, and we are headed for another lockdown. We already know Israel's locked down. Now, the 15th on Tuesday is a signing. What is that signing? It is the Abraham Accord signing, okay? It's a promise that they will not annex the West Bank until 2024. Okay, I'm going to read you this article real quick. If you have not watched my last video, my live stream, you will see why this article is so important. I do believe with all of my heart that this is the Daniel 9:27 covenant. And I know many say, oh, well, that can't be because the Antichrist or the third temple isn't built. The third temple does not have to be built in order for Satan's 42 months to begin. It's just when the abomination that makes desolation, which we know that the holy place is on the Temple Mount. So, anyways, my whole point is, it says, then this just came out. U.S. promised UAE to not back Israeli annexation of West Bank until 2024. The UAE will formalize the normalization deal with Israel at a White House ceremony on Tuesday. And also, by the way, the Pope is supposed to be making a major announcement that day. The administration of the U.S. President Donald Trump pledged to the United Arab Emirates that it would not recognize any Israeli move to annex parts of the West Bank until 2024 at the earliest, the Times of Israel reported on Sunday. The White House reportedly made the promise during the negotiations regarding a normalization of ties between Israel and the UAE, which Trump unveiled last month. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu shelved his plan to apply Israeli sovereignty to parts of the West Bank as part of the normalization agreement with the UAE. Netanyahu, however, said that the annexation plan was not permanently off the table, offered by Israeli diplomats. The UAE will formalize the deal with Israel at a White House ceremony on Tuesday, where Bahrain will also sign off on its own agreement with Israel, unveiled on Friday. After Trump announced the agreement in August, UAE's ambassador to the United States, Yosef Al-Attaiba, pinned and opened applauding Jerusalem's decision to freeze annexation plans over West Bank areas, saying the decision would bear future fruit in the region. Okay, you know that once the Antichrist confirms a covenant with many, and this is a covenant that has been many. This is the third one with a large group, okay? And this is a major one because it is to not apply sovereignty to the West Bank, and it's going it's going to end the wars and bring about peace, but it's going to be false peace because they're going to think that they actually have stabilization and safety when in reality they do not. So also another big thing is, if you've noticed, the whole West Coast is pretty much under fire. The White House is also, sorry, somebody's going to say something about my bosom and how unprofessional it is. I'm sorry, I'm getting ready to have a shower. And I don't get a lot of private time in my house. So another thing is that's under the West is under fire. and we have another Hurricane Sally coming through, and Sally deals with the Abraham Accordic signing, similar meanings, and I believe because they're talking about it being hit Monday, Tuesday, all the way up to Thursday, which is going, of course, we're going to be having the effects, cooler weather and stuff. And I know this is going to be a really bad winter. More hurricanes, fires, things like that. And, Jesus is coming. We need to make sure that our hearts are right for him, for when he does come back, so we can go. And accept that free gift of life, of eternity, so we can live with him forever and not have to go through all these disasters. God is going to spare us from all the stuff that's going to happen, the worst times of history. So right now, this is the worst that we're going to see. But in the meantime, I do not know the day or hour. I just know that we are leaving extremely soon, and the 18th through the 21st is very high watch time, as it is the new moon watch time, and it's called the day that no one knows the day or hour. And it's also Israel's 73rd year. So, anyways, pray over this as always, and I'll be back, Lord willing. God bless.